Hurricane Milton is now a Cat 5 storm with max sustained winds at around 175 miles per hour and a pressure at around 911 millibars, and it is still intensifying. This could be the strongest hurricane to make landfall in the Tampa Bay area since 1921. The impacts from this storm could be devastating, and we're talking about billions and billions of dollars of damages. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, but if you have any evacuation orders, I would obviously comply with those. You can see this incredibly defined eye here. That means we have rapidly descending air in the center of the storm. This thing could get down into the 890s, possibly even 880s like Wilma, although we'll have to see. This is about as picture perfect as a satellite image can get of a hurricane. And this hurricane would be approaching what we'd expect to be the maximum intensity that is even possible to attain in this region of the world. I quickly wanted to note, it looks like there has been a slight wobble to the north, although this may come back down here. Because of this wobble, we could see this track in the upcoming updates shift slightly to the north. Again, like I've said in my last videos, a track slightly to the north would actually be a lot worse for Tampa because you would have a lot more of that storm surge potential. Anywhere between 10 to 15 feet would be possible. As of the latest cone of uncertainty update from the Weather Service, this storm does approach the west coast of Florida as a Cat 3 and does hold on to those hurricane force winds passing over Orlando, Kissimmee, and areas like Deltona Beach. Daytona Beach is also in the bullseye of this right now, and possibly Cape Canaveral. You can see here, if we look at the latest HAVZ model, it does have Milton approaching Tampa Bay as a 950 millibar low. This could be a strong Cat 3, even a weak Category 4 at this point. Now let's take a look at the most updated spaghetti models. You can see here the consensus is very strong. Up until now, we did have some stragglers going farther south or farther north. Those are gone now. This is going to make landfall somewhere close to Tampa Bay, Florida. That is very likely. And if we look here, we're expecting landfall at around 60 hours from now. With that information, we can move over to the latest model intensity guidance. And if we look at 60 hours here, you can see the majority of these models do have this storm making landfall as a Cat 3 or higher. And you can see that rapidly de-intensifying storm because of the wind shear it will be encountering as it approaches the state of Florida. There's our peak storm surge forecast, obviously anywhere between Yankeetown and Bonita Beach. This is going to be serious, possibly catastrophic storm surge, especially around Tampa Bay if this storm does take a slightly more northern track. It says 8 to 12 feet. I wouldn't be surprised if we possibly eclipse that 12 feet mark, depending on the intensity that this storm holds. We also are going to be looking at the potential for some moderate flash flooding, basically across the entire state of Florida, excluding the Panhandle. The last thing I wanted to mention in this video is as Hurricane Milton approaches Florida and begins to encounter that wind shear, the storm will likely grow in size. Now, this could do two things. This could increase the storm surge potential, and this could also increase the diameter of hurricane force winds felt and tropical storm force winds. So although we have a very small and compact system right now, I would expect that wind field to possibly even double in size as it approaches landfall. I do plan on going live tonight, so if you want to join that, you can ask any questions you have, any questions or concerns, and I'll do my best to answer everybody. I do appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will continue to release updates, of course, as this storm progresses. I'll see you in the next video.